without cross-examination, we would not win trials. Cross-examination wins trials. Everyone thinks closing arguments win trials. That's nonsense. The reality is closing arguments are great. I love closing arguments. I'm very good at closing arguments. But the reality is by day 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, however long a trial is, most members or jurors have their mind made up. And you're probably not going to sway most jurors by closing arguments. You're just not. There may be some on the fence, and you can. So they're important to summarize everything up. But if you wait to win at closing argument, you're done. And people do that. The key, what wins trials is we talk about telling the story. Well, how the hell do you tell the story? You tell it in an opening statement, but that's your version of the story. You do it through cross-examination. And when the story comes out, like in opening statement, you tell them what's going to happen. You tell them the story. And they say, okay, Mr. Bilecki, let's see. It sounds like a great narrative. That's something I can get behind. That's something with a legal hook. That's something with a logical hook. That's something with an emotional hook. Again, those are the three things you need to have: a legal, logical, and an emotional hook. You need all three. The legal hook to get you the instructions for your panel to acquit. That's the basic stuff. You need that logical hook, and you need that emotional hook. You need those. But that only goes so far. Now you need to build that through cross-examination. That's where the story comes out. Because an alleged victim or a government witness is going to, shit all over your client in court. And you need to point out your story through that individual or through the other witnesses. And when you skillfully do that, the jury notices and like, this guy knows exactly what he's talking about. And wow, that's exactly what's happening. What I told them is going to happen is what happens. And when you just shoot the jury straight, and by the first or the second witness, everything you tell them that's going to come out comes out through cross-examination, you get that credibility. That's what wins a trial. If you are not a good cross-examiner, and not just if you're not a great cross-examiner, and it takes years to get there, maybe decades to get there, you're going to lose the majority of your trials. Plain and simple.